Thank you for tuning into Maryland CDL Academy's training videos. These videos are designed to help you with your pre-trip and help you with your skills. Watch these videos as many times as you need to help you with your craft. Even if you go to another CDL school, you can watch these videos, but ultimately, listen to your instructor. Give us a call here at 410-240-6201 if you need our help with anything that pertains to getting your CDLs. Our address is 1217A Greenwood Road, Pikesville, Maryland, 21208. Thank you.
All right, first thing we're going to do in our inside cab inspections, we're going to put our seatbelt on. When we put our seatbelt on, we're going to check our seatbelt to make sure it latches properly. It's not cut, torn, or frayed. At this point, we're going to start the vehicle. We're checking for our ABS light to come on and go off and our check engine light to come on and go off. Our ABS light is going to be in the bottom right-hand corner. Our check engine light is going to kind of be in the middle here. We're going to check to make sure they come on and both go off. ABS light went off. Now we're checking for our check engine light to go off. Check engine light went off. So our check engine light coming on and going off lets us know that that system is operating properly. Our ABS light coming on and going off lets us know that our ABS system is working properly. Next, we're going to go ahead and check our gauges. We're going to start in the top left-hand corner. Top left-hand corner, that's going to be our temperature gauge. Our temperature gauge is going to gradually rise to about 180 degrees. That lets us know that our truck is not overheating. Next, we're going to check our oil pressure gauge. Our oil pressure gauge is resting in between 40 to 60 psi, letting us know that oil is flowing through the motor. Next, we're going to check our depth gauge. Our depth gauge, we got about a half a tank of depth. Next, we're going to check our battery voltage meter. Our battery voltage meter is resting in between 10.75 and 14.25. Next, we're going to check both our air tanks. Both our air tanks are in between 100 and 120, and we heard our governor cut off. Very important that you let your examiner know that you heard the governor cut off. Now from there, we're going to move on and we're going to check all our indicators. We're going to check our left turn signal indicator is operating properly. Our right turn signal indicator, which is operating properly. Our high beam indicator is operating properly. Our headlight and dash light is operating properly. Our four-way emergency flashes are operating properly. From there, we're going to come back and we're going to check our horn. Horn is operating properly. Next, we're going to check both mirrors. Both mirrors, our driver's side mirror and also our passenger side mirror. We're going to make sure both mirrors are securely mounted, not loose, missing, or damaged, cracked, bent, or broken, and they are properly adjusted to me. From there, we're going to check our ABC fire extinguisher. It's on the left-hand side of our seat. It's fully charged with the needle and the green. Next, we have 3 emergency triangles. They're clean, reflect light, and in the box. From there, we're going to move on and check our windshield. Our windshield is securely mounted, not loose, missing, or damaged, cracked, or broken. We have no illegal stickers or nothing obstructing our view. From there, we're going to check the seal around that windshield. The seal, it goes around the windshield, keeps the rain out. That seal is securely mounted, not loose, missing, or damaged, cracked, bent, or broken, and it has no leaks. Next, we're going to check our windshield wipers. We're going to check our windshield wipers. Our windshield wipers operate properly. We have washer fluid in our jets. Our washer blades are not dry rotted. They have tension to the window. Next, we're going to come down and we're going to turn on our air. We're going to make sure we have airflow coming out on our windshield. And we also want to make sure we have airflow coming out on our feet. So we're going to turn it to both of them. And we're going to turn it all the way on. We have airflow coming out the top. We have airflow coming out the bottom. Next, we have extra bulbs and fuses in the overhead bin. Some schools keep them in the ashtray, but you must have them in your truck. So whether it's our school or another school, make sure you let your examiner know you have extra bulbs and extra fuses somewhere in your truck. We keep ours in the overhead bin. All right, now when we're ready to move on to our air brake inspection, what we're going to do is we're going to announce again to the examiner that I have in between 100 and 120 pounds of pressure, and I heard my governor cut off. At that point, we're going to go ahead and turn the truck off. When we turn the truck off, we're then going to turn the truck back to the accessory position. Not running, just accessory. We can still see that we have in between 100 and 120 pounds of pressure. At this point, we're going to press both parking valves in, our red and our yellow, one at a time. Once we hear that air settle, we will then ask the examiner to set a timer for a 60-second timer for us. When the examiner sets that timer, we then put our foot on the brake, and we're going to hold for 1 minute. And while we're holding, the truck is not going to lose no more than 4 psi in that 1 minute's time. When that 1 minute is up, you let the examiner know you did not lose any more than 4 psi in 1 minute. Okay, so we just completed step 1. Now, step 2, we're going to pump the brakes until we get to 60 psi to make sure that we get a low air warning. As our air pressure drops, our low air warning is going to come on at 60 psi. Okay, we have 60 psi. Our low air warning came on. We have 2 red lights that came on there. We also have low system air pressure, and we also have the stop. All of those are our low air warnings. Okay. Now, once we've completed that, we're going to continue to pump our brakes until both hand valves pop out, and they're going to pop out in between 40 to 20 psi. That's 1, that's 2. Both hand valves popped out in between 40 to 20 psi. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to start the truck back up, and we're going to build our air pressure back up to in between 100 and 120 pounds of pressure, and we're going to listen for our governor to cut off. Once we start the truck, we're going to give it a little gas pedal. We're going to hold it consistently in between 10 and 1500 RPMs to help build our air pressure up a little quicker. We're going to continue to build that air pressure up until we get in between 100 and 120 pounds of pressure, and we hear the governor cut off. We just reached over 100. We're going to keep building, and we're going to listen for that governor to cut off. That was the governor cut off. That lets us know we have in between 100 and 120 pounds of pressure, and our governor has shut off. At this point, we're going to complete our parking brake portion of our exam. What we're going to do is we're going to put the truck in first gear. We're going to turn off our trailer brake because we're going to test our truck brake. So we're going to turn off our trailer brake. We're going to put the truck in first gear. Once we put the truck in first gear, we're going to try to move. If the truck allows us to move, the truck doesn't allow us to move, so that lets us know the truck parking brake is operating properly. We're going to do it one more time. The truck won't move. Okay? Now, we're going to do the exact same thing to test our trailer brake. We're just going to change our parking valves out. So we're going to pull our trailer valve out, push our tractor valve in, put the truck back in first gear, and then we're going to give it a slight tug. Trailer doesn't allow us to move, so we know the trailer brake is working properly. At this point, we're going to do our service brake portion of our air brake test. What we would do is you would explain to the examiner, you will put the truck in first gear, pull forward till you get to 5 miles an hour. Once you get to 5 miles an hour, you would apply your foot to the brake. The truck comes to a stop. That lets you know that the service brake is working properly. Also, the truck didn't pull to the left or didn't pull to the right. That lets us know that our slack adjusters are properly aligned. At this point, when you finish doing all of your inside cab inspection, you're going to have your examiner help you with your lights. You're going to have them get out, walk to the front. You're going to turn each light on, and then you're going to check the light. Remember, you're responsible for telling them what light to check. They're only responsible for telling you if the light is working or not. two different parking brakes that we're going to check. We're going to check our truck parking brake and our trailer parking brake. Whichever parking brake we're testing, we're going to turn the opposite parking brake off. The yellow is always for the truck. The red is always for the trailer. We're going to start off by testing the truck. So we're going to turn the trailer off by pushing it in. So the trailer is now off. We're going to now put the truck in first gear.